Happy Friday! We made it through another crazy week. Yeah, that's how my day's gone. Can you tell? How you guys doing tonight? So, welcome everybody. Whether you're showing up early, late, however it's going. Either way, let me know where you're watching today from. So, today's going to be a little bit different because we've got a lot of things happening in everybody's life. It seems like the world is kind of just exploding all at once. But either way, that doesn't matter because we're here every single Friday to let you know you're not alone wherever you're at, and you're always welcome over to Serenity's house. So, mi casa is su casa. As you know, leave your shoes at the door. Bar is always open, so fix yourself a drink. Just watch out for the ducky bartender. He's hanging out everywhere. Better yet, make it two. We don't know how it's going to go. And we got snacks galore. Help yourself to whatever you like. So, are you ready to get going? Might have a few surprises, but I got one surprise for you right now. That is, anybody who would like to join us up on stage, I'm going to put a backstage pass right here in the chat. You want to hop up and hang out with us tonight? Click that link, that'll bring you backstage, and from there, we'll get you up and going, and we'll have some fun tonight. So, of course, I'm going to be a party all by myself. So, as you know, I always have beautiful women backstage. In fact, I have a whole backstage full of beautiful women, even a surprise guest. So, without further ado, let's bring them on up and get the party rolling.
Hi, everybody.
Angel, how you doing, love?
Pretty good.
Awesome. I see we have surprise guests backstage, too. So,
Do we?
real quick, we do. How was your week?
A little crazy, a little icky, but
I'm sorry.
but
you made it through, right?
Fault. I did. Much
Awesome.
better today.
Good to hear. Well, let's see who all of these beautiful women. By the way, guys, I've got kind of a special seat tonight because I'm just surrounded by beautiful ladies. And the next beautiful lady we got for you today is Smiley Girl. How you doing, Smiley?
Hi, Serenity. Hi, everyone. I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. You sound a little tired, dear.
I'm
holding out okay?
exhausted. I'm so tired today. I actually ate peanut butter with honey in it before the show here because I was about to crash completely, just like keel over. So, but I'm here. Yay, and happy to be here.
Yay! And I hear you got some information you can be sharing a little bit later on with us. So,
Sure.
Should we get our notepads ready, or what's the plan there, girl?
No, it's not that complicated. I don't do complicated well. I'll just tell a story and you can listen.
Of a man named Brady. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong story. Okay. So, wow, I just drew a total blank. I don't know how that happened. But either way, ladies, we're going to be hanging out for a while, but I know we have somebody backstage who is here for probably a limited time. Now, this is really important because this week has been exceptionally difficult. I know we've got people in the community like Duff, who lives down in Florida. And I know they had Helena come through, and now they had,
Milton.
what's his name? Milton. Back to back, just bam, bam. Thankfully, his house is safe. Yeah. Thankfully, his house is safe, and lost the couple of trees, has no power, but, it could be a lot worse. In fact, some people have it even worse than most of us, and that a lot of us wouldn't even know about. So, you guys ready to meet our special guest?
Yeah.
Okay. Our special guest tonight is none other than the sponsor. As you guys know, we love Karma Farms around here. So everybody say hello to Kelly. Kelly, how you doing?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
I'm glad you could make time for us today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Henry.
So-
I'm here with Henry. He flopped
where's
over for
Henry?
belly rubs.
I haven't seen Henry.
Bad lighting, but
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry.
Hi.
He wiggled an ear at us.
you say
I
hi,
love
bud?
it. Hey, look, I got an ear. We're good.
He's
Henry-
I call him the belly boy because he loves belly rubs so much.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, guys, as a lot of you know, we are huge supporters of Karma Farm Sanctuary, of Kelly and Alex and all the animals and every bit of good they do down there. Now, Kelly, you guys are right in the path of these hurricanes and stuff, right? I mean, how did that play out over there?
Well, we were actually very fortunate both times. Helene went north of us and Milton went south of us. So we were just sandwiched in between the two. There's always a lot of really scary buildup before a hurricane because it's unclear where it's gonna hit, and in both cases it might go straight over. But lucky for us, unfortunate for a lot of other people. They changed path. So we got a lot of rain, a lot of high winds, but luckily no significant damage. We've got a lot of trees down, tons of branches, some flooding, but we got some damaged fences, but no structures, and all the animals are okay. So
Yay.
as far as it goes, we fared pretty well in both.
That's good to hear. But now, of course, I mean, that's got to be tough. I mean, how do you keep all the animals safe when something like that happens? I mean, is it a lot of praying or what?
It is a lot of praying. That's true. But I bring in as many people as I can. All of the structures are anchored down. If the hurricanes were to have gone straight over, everybody would have been either in the house. So it's just a lot of stress until the final moment where you figure out which way it's gonna go, if it's gonna hit you or not. So
You sent me a message saying you had geese in the house and ducks in the garage and goats in the garage.
yes.
And
Yeah, so a lot of our structures are metal, which aren't great for hurricanes. So if I feel like somebody's structure isn't safe enough, given the winds that we're expecting, they end up in the house or the garage. Look who's up. Henry, you want to be part of it?
Hi,
There's
Henry. Aw.
He's the best
Awesome.
boy.
Were your animals really stressed?
Oh yeah. Well, unfortunately, I wish the hurricanes would hit during the day so that I could be more out and about. I know it's not safe, but I wish I could check on them more. But anybody who's outside, since it happened overnight, both of them, I didn't get to check on as much as I would have if it was daylight. But I'm sure it was very stressful for a lot of them. And Henry here is one of the most sensitive guys. Whenever there's a storm, he cries and he tries to get me to sleep in his house with him. I know it's getting dark here, so visibility is not so good, especially under Henry's tent. So, but I thought I'd start in Henry's area because his pen was one that flooded, so it's a hideous mess. I don't know how to turn this camera around.
Down at the bottom, you should have like a little circle at the bottom of your screen. It'll have like a camera and then a circle around it. It might help you flip.
Oh. I don't know. I'll just point.
Okay.
Luckily, a lot of the water has dried up, but his whole pen was flooded yesterday. So, but luckily Henry's a pig and he loves mud, so he hasn't been too.
It was a nice treat for
put
him.
off. Yeah,
So he kind of got an upgrade during all this damage going on then.
he thinks so. I don't agree, but it's pretty messy. But he's happy. Henry's house had some flooding. Valentine's house had some flooding, and our two big roosters, Sherman and McGraw, their houses had some flooding as well. So we got a lot of bedding down to soak it all up as best we can, and that's just gonna. Hurricane season's over. We've got a heck of a cleanup to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely saw some of the pictures. Saw some pictures you had in some of the destruction there on your Facebook page. Now I know you. We always like to help you any way we can through donations, through things like that. So, guys, definitely go out, follow Karma Farm Sanctuary. But Kelly, I know you wanted to talk about a few of the other institutions in your area that got hit even worse than yours, and I want to show some of those here because I think some of these are really scary. So let's see if I can do this without breaking something. Okay, so let's see.
You know how easy it is to break a stream.
It is.
Aww.
So now these are some of the other sanctuaries. Now, Kelly, are you familiar with these sanctuaries personally, or are these just ones in your area?
They're ones that either I'm familiar with personally or I know them. So if I don't know them personally, some of my other sanctuary friends have vouched for them. So they are sanctuaries that I have confidence in.
Holy cow.
Yeah, you start looking at this, and I mean, there's almost like no structures whatsoever. This is mind blowing. I couldn't even imagine what it'd be like to come home, and what do we have no home? I mean, I'm looking at some of these pictures, and it's gone. How do you even build from that, Kelly? Is that even possible?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't had a whole lot of time on social media, but I think I saw they had a fundraiser when I was getting the link that said "Save the Sanctuary." I do think this put them in like a life or death kind of situation.
Right.
From like the one sentence that I read.
When it's like this, how do you if you guys got an evacuation order, how do you do that? How do you handle that?
Well, I think in our case we wouldn't.
It'd be a shelter in place.
Yeah, we would have to. Because moving all these animals is a task that is bigger than me.
Right.
Yeah. So I know that before the hurricane hit, there were some other sanctuaries in Georgia that had opened up to let some Florida sanctuaries in.
Cool.
So that was nice. Somewhere safe they could take their animals, but I don't know how they did it. I'm glad that hasn't happened to us. We're like north central Florida. If anybody ever Googles Micanopy, Florida, it's like smack dab in the middle.
It's like it said the town is like 1 square mile.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
It is tiny.
Hill, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's luckily right in the middle of the state, so we have never been evacuated that I know of, not since I've been here. But a lot of the sanctuaries in South Florida were evacuated, and a lot of them couldn't, and a lot of them are dealing with some severe damage. So I shared with you guys some of the sanctuaries I had heard were struggling the worst. And there are some other groups that are... I'm over here with the roosters that are flooded in their standing water pit. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably just darkness.
Well, we can see puddle where the light's starting to reflect off the puddle a little bit. So
I'm in the flooded rooster area now. I know, they're mad.
Build an ark in 24 hours, right?
There you go, Kevin. Yeah, exactly. You got to build an ark in 24 hours.
That's what has to happen.
Right. Now, Caleb, do you guys have like a network that if things get bad that you have an agreement, hey, bring your animals to my shelter, I'll bring yours to yours. And do you guys have a whole network like that set up in Florida?
Well, we do have a network. I wouldn't say that we've formalized evacuation plans such as that, but we probably should. But all the sanctuaries in Florida are sort of connected. So for future storms, I think that probably would be a good idea. But I guess the thing is with sanctuary people, we like to stretch ourselves thin because there's so much need. So it is kind of hard to imagine accommodating more than what you've already got going on. And then something else that we have to consider is like biosecurity. If you let other animals come onto your property, you're honestly putting your animals at risk. And if it's a life or death situation, then it's probably the right thing to do. But lots of things to consider if you're inviting someone else onto your property.
Apparently they agree.
They agree.
They're like, no neighbors. Or they're saying, yes, bring them over. We'll have a party. We don't know.
They would like some hens, please.
Right.
So we need some hens. So to all the other sanctuaries out there, you got some hens. Apparently they're looking for a party over here at Carmel Farm Sanctuary.
Yeah,
no,
the roosters
and they
would
have to
welcome
go
that.
through. Yeah, the roosters would love it, but then you got to go through the whole quarantine.
Exactly.
And make sure they don't pass chicken flu.
Right. So if anybody's looking to help out, you can visit our social media, Karma Farm Sanctuary, and we have a link tree for all of the places that you could donate. And then I also shared with you guys Ziggy's Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah. They're coordinating like a huge effort to bring a bunch of supplies and volunteers, and this organization does so much. And they're very reputable. So I would say they're also a good one to donate, and they're going to make sure that the sanctuaries that get the supplies are the ones that really need it.
Okay. So they're kind of point of contact and distribution.
Yeah, they're putting together a lot of stuff. And I haven't been in touch with them personally, but Tanya over at Live Freely Sanctuary is really close with them. And they have several rescue partners down in South Florida, so they're putting together.
How did Live Freely do on this? Did they get through pretty good?
You know, with Helene, they got hit pretty hard. They almost lost their roof in that one. But Mike luckily is very handy. He was able to repair the roof before Milton hit. But they have a lot of very special needs bunnies who are very sick and need a lot of care. So they're fundraising to get a generator because when they lose power, which happens every time there's a hurricane, they lose AC, and those special needs bunnies, if they get too hot, start getting very sick.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what their need right now is, a generator so they can keep their special bunnies alive in the next storm. Luckily, they have other ways. They've been managing it, and they haven't lost any bunnies in these storms. But I know poor Tanya has been just a ball of nerves trying to make sure everybody's healthy.
Well, give her our love and tell her we're, putting the word out. We're trying to get some help.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely, dear. And you guys are like family, and we understand the animals are like family. And not everybody might get this, but over the last couple years, we've been a part of the journey from Karma Farms, and we've heard some of these horror stories, and it's absolutely mind blowing. I will admit I'm not a vegan. I got to be honest there, but at the same time, what I see, I've heard these animals go through in some of these situations is absolutely just. It's traumatizing. It really is. And so I think you guys are doing something great.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And you guys have been such a huge support to us. You guys don't even know how much we appreciate you.
Well, let's
thank you very much, dear.
Some more help. At least a little bit more help, because even broken fences cost money to fix.
Yeah, we do have some broken fences. That is true. We've got some big trees down. That I was going to show you, but it's getting dark awfully quick. Yeah. I'm over, but I guess I posted that video of the goat using their fallen tree to escape, but that was a pretty big one.
Leave it to a goat.
Gimli's bad escape, so that's one that needs repaired.
Yeah.
That beautiful tree fell on Valentine's fence. I don't know what you guys are able to see and not see.
Actually, we see pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we see it pretty well.
Like 3 other big trees that took down the dog fence, but luckily the dogs are 16-year-olds and they're not escape risk anymore.
They don't go too
so we
far
have some time to fix that fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, you start thinking about we hear the horror stories about people losing their entire homes, but in a way, each one of these animals has lost or damaged their own home. So it's not just like fixing one house with one porch. You got like 12 houses. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of funds.
Yeah, it is. And I think this weekend, maybe Monday, we are having someone come out to help us deal with all these trees and take down some of the ones that are posing future threats. I think I'm going to get some Gimli action here.
Ooh, Gimli.
Right.
He came out. You want to come say hi, buddy?
Gimli.
It's so dark. I'm so sorry, you guys.
I see his nose.
Oh, that's okay.
Here, I'll shine a light on him. Hey, Jimmy.
I see his nose. Gimli.
There he is.
Hey, baby.
Jimmy, come back.
He's like, nah, I'm out of
Nope,
here.
I'm out.
They're not good performers. They're always doing adorable things, and then as soon as I ask them to do it on camera, where are you?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hi.
It's a different
pretty
story.
Boy.
Right. And they're like, nah, I don't want to.
No.
Gimli's my favorite, I think.
He's my best buddy. He's a really good boy. And then we got Chadwick and Mama. They don't want to come out. Hi, guys.
Hi,
They've
guys.
got-
No.
There's Mama, and there's Radagast.
Hey, Radagast.
I'm the worst
Yes.
Hi.
camera operator.
You're fine.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay.
good.
Hi. Is that Galadriel?
Yep, that's Galadriel. Oh, yep, that's the babies.
You know, I'm gonna eventually have to make a Galadriel and a Radagast because I have
Oh.
made a Gimli.
You did. It was so cute.
We're gonna have to make the pair, and I'm trying to figure out how to make Martin's beak
Oh, that's gonna
because
be
then you have to have a
adorable.
Martin.
I would love that. I will buy the Martin. He is the most like a stuffed animal, except for Henry the chicken. Henry the chicken is also a stuffed animal.
Yep.
They're both
I
so
love Henry.
adorable and cuddly.
Yeah. And until he gets angry and he just does that amazing squawk thing. I love that.
The crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cute.
So,
All right.
I know you
Okay.
got to get back to chores.
Unfortunately, yeah, with it getting dark, I've got some birds that need to get in their houses.
Sounds good. Well, Kelly, thank you so much. And you are welcome anytime, dear.
You are.
Biggest thing
Thank
we
you.
want to let people know. Oh, you're welcome. We want to let them know what you're doing out there, and especially in some of the hardships, because that can be even more challenging than just normal day-to-day feeding and maintaining. That costs a ton. And then when something like this happens, it's got to be like throwing a huge wrench in your entire life.
Yeah, it can be. It is.
Well, thank you.
At least it
Thank
was
you
a
so much,
small
dear.
monkey wrench, not a huge
Yeah.
monkey wrench like
Right.
the ones down by Tampa.
Yeah. Yep,
No.
they're the ones who are really, really hurting right now. So I feel fortunate.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly,
Thanks
and
for
it-
coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'll tune in for the rest of the show, but I'm going to hop off camera.
Thanks.
Sounds good, Kelly. Thank you so
Love you,
much.
hon.
Take care. Stay safe down there.
Thank you. Love you guys too.
Have you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Aw, thank you for the shirts.
Always. Hey, I got Karma Farm right here in front of me every single day.
Oh, thank you so
You
much. So
Karma
grateful.
Farms
Absolutely.
is on my water bottle. It
Oh,
goes everywhere. So
I'm so grateful, you guys. Thank you.
we
Of
love you,
course.
Another
Kelly. We
part
wanna
of
make sure
the
you're taken
hurricane
care
is the mosquitoes. With the flooding comes mosquitoes.
of. Oh.
It's
Should they all
horrific.
blow away? Don't they know that? It's like, be gone with you.
Nope. It's not how it works. I wish it was.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, take care, dear, and we'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, dear.
Whoa,
Oh,
that was cool.
Whoa.
I'm so,
So-
glad she could make time tonight to hop on with us.
Absolutely.
And get it out there. She really could use the help. The other sanctuaries could really use the help. So honestly, if anybody can, if you want to just get it to a general organization that will help get to all of those down there, Ziggy's would be great. But you know, they're always needing help. So maybe after Christmas, maybe New Year's, we'll do another raffle. Maybe I'll make Radagast and Galadriel.
There you go.
a
I think you
raffle.
should. I
It had to
agree.
be after Christmas because I got this big order I'm working on.
Nice.
I like it. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, I see we got 5 people in the audience out there. So that was a live update from Kelly over at Karma Farm Sanctuary. Now, they just went through both those hurricanes, and actually several places in Florida did. Now, I know we have some family members here at Down Home Crypto, like Duff, that just went through, and thankfully his house was intact. He lost a few trees, but it could have been a whole lot worse. And, you know, we oftentimes think that, oh, we're having a bad day. Can you imagine having a day where you come home and, where'd that picture go? Here it is.
That one.
You come home and this is your house. I mean, could you even imagine what that would be like? And you have all these animals depending on you. And there you go. There's your home. So, you know, as bad as your day might have been or your week might have been, it can always be worse. And that's really hard sometimes to accept, especially in the heat of the moment. But that's when I think it's most important to go out and tell these stories and share these people's journey that, man, we may have bad days, but we ain't got that. So I'm thankful they're all safe, but they could really use some help. And so if you can, if you're willing to donate a little bit to places like Karma Farm Sanctuary. And, oops, I lost it. Back to the thingy.
Ziggy's.
Ziggy's, yep. I wanted to go through. All these are ones that Kelly suggested to us. So the Sanctuary at Soldat is that one that we just saw the devastation. Love Life Animal Rescue and Sanctuary. Now, my understanding is that Ziggy's... Oh, nope, that's Laughing Pig Sanctuary, another one down in Florida. And from what Kelly was saying, that Ziggy's Refuge Farm Sanctuary, they're actually helping a lot of the sanctuaries around them. They're kind of the central hub. So, if you can definitely donate, I always like going to Karma Farms because I know Kelly and Alex personally, so I like supporting them. But if you just want to support all of them, going through places like Ziggy's here, or also Live Freely Sanctuary, another one we know really well. So,
Live
it-
Freely's the one that recommended Ziggy's because Ziggy's is being like a clearinghouse for these
Okay.
other ones. They're collecting and then distributing. So Ziggy's is like a hub, like United Way then gives to all these others. And so Ziggy's would be a great place if you want to just make sure that all of them down there get a little bit of something, a little bit of love. Ziggy's would be a great place to do that.
Gotcha. Okay, and I put all the links in the chat there. If you guys have any questions, reach out to myself, Wild Angel, Karma Farm, any one of us will be happy to help you out and get you connected. Okay, so I know that started out... Huh?
I can't imagine having to go through that. We are so lucky up here in Idaho. We don't get tornadoes. We don't get hurricanes. Every now and then we'll get a dust devil, which is like a baby tornado, but...
Occasional earthquake.
Occasional earthquake every few years. I mean, but
right.
Not bad.
So I know this kind of started off on a serious note, but I thought it was really important to let you know what's going on with some of our family members. And I consider Karma Farm family. I mean, guys, like I showed before, yeah, they're always with me, man. My ducks and my ducks and Karma, yeah. Hence, those are our two topics tonight. And in fact, Karma is one of those unique things that, plays with all of us, I think, in some different ways. And I'm kind of curious, how do you guys feel about karma? Like the actual concept karma. Do you believe in it? Do you think it's just hocus pocus, or?
Oh, heck yeah, I believe in karma. You definitely get back what you give to the universe. So if you give good things to the universe, help others around you, do as little harm as possible in the world, it comes back, and sometimes what you give comes back threefold.
That's good or bad, right?
Good or bad, yes.
Okay.
Good comes back threefold just as much as bad. So.
How about you, Smiley Girl?
I don't know about believing in it. I believe that everybody should try to be kind to everybody else and try to do good. But dude, bad things happen to good people all the time. So you can't go around thinking, that if I'm just good to everybody, life will be good all the time, because it's not. But that still doesn't mean you shouldn't go around and be nice to everybody all the time. So I have no idea how karma is supposed to work. But I've found that the more I'm happy and nice to people, the more they usually are nice to me.
And that's fair. And, like you said, I've seen good people have horrible things, and I've seen bad people have great things. So it's like, why do they get rewarded for being such an asshole? How does that work? And I always have to hope that there's a bigger purpose, a bigger thing down the line. It's like, yes, this person did something bad. They got a benefit out of it. But I hope that on the way home, they get pulled over and arrested, or something really bad happens to them. Maybe that's just the evil side of me, I guess.
Kevin has a really good comment. And yeah, I think that's true. Sometimes it can take a long time for karma to catch up, but it does.
Right. Exactly, Tom. Sorry. Exactly, Kevin. I've seen so many people get it in life, late in life, and it proves no matter how long it takes, it'll get you eventually. Kevin, I'm a firm believer of that. And, I've been part of both sides of that karma train. I've been the asshole who deserved it, and I got it. And I've been the good guy who got rewarded out of the blue. And so I've been on both sides. And just like Smiley, like you're talking, I've been the guy who did everything right and still had the bad luck happen. I'm like, why does that even happen to me? And that's where I think one saying that Wild Angel is so fond of really comes in really important at that point in time. So, Wild Angel, what is your piece of wisdom to share tonight?
What worst luck did your bad luck save you from? Just to give you an example, my car was stolen a few years ago. Is that the one you were talking about, Serenity?
Yes, that phrasing.
Yes. What worst luck did my bad luck save me from? My car was stolen. And then the next day, where I would have been in traffic in my little car, I happened to be in a Suburban. Somebody jumped the turn lane and was coming up, full speed. If I'd been in my car, they wouldn't have seen me. So, it wasn't all bad that my car was stolen. I didn't get squashed.
There you go. And that's a hard concept sometimes is we think bad luck happens, but oftentimes I find myself asking, okay, how much worse could it have been? Even like talking to Kelly and looking down there, it's like it could have been so much worse. Look at these other sanctuaries. And, whether I get a speeding ticket. I mean, I got to level with you guys. I got a speeding ticket. You're going to love this one. Going down the freeway, I was screwing around. And by the way, this is only a couple years ago. This not like as a teenage kid like I used to. I did a lot then. Screwing around in my Camaro. Another Camaro comes up. He hits the gas. He starts racing. It's like, oh, bring it. Okay. So, of course, I did. I got pulled over by an Idaho State trooper doing 147 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. Oops. I don't think I was going that fast. He swears I was. Like, yeah, okay. But, it's one of those, officer shows up and he's really angry. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, sorry, I was just stupid, officer. I have no excuse. And here's the funny part. He said, if we weren't shorthanded today and I didn't have a jail that was empty of anybody to process you, I'd be taking you to jail right now. But I don't. So I'm going to write you a ticket. Don't ever let me catch you doing that again. I'm like, oh, thank God. Because, that's reckless driving. That's a felony, straight up. There's no questions asked. Go directly to jail. Do not collect $200. And so literally on the way home, I had to keep thinking about that quote. It could have been so much worse. It was bad. Yeah, I got a ticket. It's an excessive speeding ticket. And on top of it, they lowered it down the line. But I was talking to the officer.
Yeah, it was COVID, and you didn't have to go into court and justify yourself. So they literally, I think it was like, what, $20 or something?
It was like 47, but they dropped it to 20 over the speed limit.
No, I mean,
I doubled the speed limit, and they dropped it all the way down. And so part of me's got to say that's karma. That's part of that's living life right. I made a mistake, yes, but it could have been so much worse. And oftentimes in life, it's really hard to segregate those. So, I'm kind of curious. I want to hear your guys' story about this, but I want to see what Tom has to say first. Tom says, I tried for the longest time to have a kid. IVF, several rounds to miscarriage. I ended up adopting a little boy who is my world. There isn't a thing in this world that would make me change that. Oh, Kevin, dude, that is awesome, brother. And so, okay. Oh, I heard somebody start to talk. Okay, it's just the voices in my head. you okay? I feel like I did something right somewhere. Man, I'm with you, brother. I've screwed a lot of shit up in my life, guys. As I've shared with you before, I've gone through addiction. I've gone through recovery. I've built businesses. I've crashed businesses. You name it, I've probably done it. And that's why I can relate to a lot of mistakes in life because, man, I'm like the king of making mistakes. And I think that's one of the reasons why the kids I have today are so well-rounded, and I'm blessed every day, and I'm thankful for that. Because for a screw-up like me to have kids that are that amazing, I must have done something somewhere. I don't know what. I don't know when. But apparently karma thinks so. So I feel you there, Kevin. So Smiley, I got to ask, when something happens to you, have you ever run into that situation like Wild Angel's talking where you look at us like, yeah, that's bad, but man, it could have been so much worse?
No, if I'm being totally honest, something bad happens and I curl up into a tiny little shniveling ball. I'm a mess when bad things happen. I'm not like, oh, it could have been a whole lot worse. I'm like, oh my gosh. I go to extremes, and it's like really bad that I do that, but I still do that. I have a really hard time. I go from I'm super, super, super happy to, oh my gosh, life is tragic.
What about days when you can't find your keys or your alarm didn't go off or something like that? We've had it where our freeway will get huge pileups, especially in the winter. Not finding your keys for 10 minutes makes it so you weren't in that accident. I mean, it's things like that that just make me thankful for life's little damn it moments. It's crazy.
It is. And, I've done that. I remember when I was living in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I was riding a Ninja 600 to work every morning on the freeway. And this is like suicide, by the way, because Oklahoma's insane drivers. They make Californians look peaceful and pleasant. No offense, Smiley. Sorry, dear. But in
No,
Idaho,
yeah.
we make fun of California drivers.
We do.
Yeah, you go to Oklahoma, dude, there are no rules. Yeah, there's no signals. Nah, it's free for all. Seriously, it's insane. One morning I go out and I had my keys hanging in the same spot every day, right by the door, just like I do now. And I go out there and my motorcycle key is gone. I'm like, what the hell? So we spent about 10 minutes tearing the house apart. Can't find it. It's just not there. It's like, okay, grab the car keys. I take the car to work. And there was a huge, like a 13 car pileup on the freeway on this overpass. And there were several fatalities, my understanding. I missed it. One, I was late. And so it happened before I got there. So I was stuck in traffic, but I wasn't in the middle of it. Had I had my motorcycle, I would have been dead center in the middle of it because it happened right when I would have been riding by. And the weirdest part is when I got home that night, my motorcycle key was hanging on the hook where it belongs. And everybody swears they didn't touch it.
One of your kids took it and then they put it back. Right. They didn't want you to know.
Thing is, they were young enough, they couldn't even reach him. None of them could.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
they're pretty tricky.
It is, but you know, that would be the simple solution there, Smile. But there's a part of me that has to say, you know what? Maybe that's some type of intervention, whether it was karma, whether it was just a strange force, who knows? Maybe the ghost of my grandfather protect me. I don't know. But it was really, really weird. And at this point in time, I have to ask myself, like, okay, maybe this is a return of karma. Because had I been on time, yeah, I'd been in the middle of that mess. And so Kevin says, although I must have done something wrong sometime because my crypto portfolio sucks.
So does everybody else's.
Yeah, everybody's portfolio sucks. So, I think our wrong part is just being human and focusing too much on the dollar instead of the right reasons to be there in life in general. And, I ran into that here just recently because everything I've invested in over the last 2 months, even if it looked good, ended up horrible. And I think everybody's down. And so, man, my advice to you, Kevin, is try not to focus too much on that. Know that we're going in the bull market. Things are going to go up. So, and we're a bunch of degens. So the biggest thing for me is like, okay, I'm going in altcoins. I'm just going to put it in Avalanche, BNB, Matic. I'm going to stop looking at all the degen stuff, and I'm going to work on my educational piece. So I'm going to go more into deep in projects. And that's why I've been doing more on Star Power. Working on a video right now where it's Trick or Treat inspired, by the way, where I'm touring several different deep in projects, letting you guys know about updates, changes, and giving several prizes away during the video. So that should come out here in the next few days. But little piece of information. So it starts off with Helium Mobile. They have a 30% sale right now going on their hotspots. So if you've been looking for one of those, go to Hello Helium. That goes to the Crank Network, which is the big one that I do a lot of multi-mining. Well, they just went to I always forget the name of it. It was in beta. Now it's not. It's in the non-beta. I forget the term they use. And so then it's going to go through Star Power, and then it's going to go into Ycrypt, which is a miner I just got set up, but so far doing pretty well. And several stops in between.
Sounds like you've been busy.
I've been trying to be busy, and that's the thing is I can't do anything about my portfolio. My trades suck. What I can do is keep educating. I can keep trying out these new devices. I can let you guys know how they're doing, how they're not, what you should look at, and what you shouldn't. And so, yeah, Kevin, I'm with you, buddy. Portfolio blows, but education is always priceless and valuable. Speaking of Smiley Girl.
We need that on a t-shirt. On the front, my portfolio blows, and on the back, education is priceless.
Yes! Woohoo! I gotta copyright that. Quick, somebody make a t-shirt. I would buy it.
Yeah.
Hey, BTK.
BTK, how you doing, brother? QRL been moving up. QRL, which one's that?
Curl.
I'm gonna have to look this one up real quick because I'm not exactly sure what's on there. QRL. Oh, quantum resistant ledger. Okay. Yes, we have seen a few things starting to pick up. Good to see you, brother. Now we've also seen a lot of things evolving, and I know for me personally, I've really gotten in the deep in angle because it's actually building an infrastructure versus just the DeFi thing. And we talked about this a couple shows back. But now, Smiley, I know you've been working pretty hard in the DPIN world, haven't you?
Yeah, well, actually, I work for a DPIN company right now, and I've been working on putting together, we're going to have a DPIN conference where it's only DPIN projects and speakers and education and, everybody. And so that's been exciting and interesting. And so having fun with that. But basically, and, excuse me, because tonight I'm really tired. I'm ending a 12-hour day in 15 minutes. But so if I come across as kind of woo, that's why. But I work for a project that makes custom rigs for a decentralized network project that is going live first quarter 2025, probably January. And yeah, Conduit. Yeah. Okay, so the team on Conduit is phenomenal. These guys have been in the internet kind of sector and things related to that for years. If you look them up on LinkedIn, some of these guys were there when the original internet, was built, like the whole DARPA thing, and so they are brilliant. Just listening to some of them talk just is phenomenal. I've been learning so much. But so they spent 5 years building a decentralized network that can handle anything you want to do on the internet. Web 2, Web 3, they have built this at the very core. It's called the Secure Enclave. It is been given the highest rating you can possibly give anything hardware in the world. Okay, so they decided to start, like DPIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks. They decided to start with hardware first and then build on top of that. In fact, they call it like a layer 0 because you're starting with something super secure. And then what their concern was, they wanted a place where people can store their data. They offer decentralized cloud services, all kinds of things, but they wanted a place where you could store your data and have control over it. If you've seen how many exploits there have been in the news lately, it's just almost every single day. Oh, look, this company had their data leaked, and everybody's social security numbers are out there, everybody's bank numbers. It's just crazy. And so right now, the hardware is in pre-sale before the network goes live, and you can either buy what's called a core node, which, yes, has the connectivity, the security, and the compute modules in it, or you can buy a node license and put that on your own hardware, your own computer that you actually have, and that's cheaper. But then again, you're not going to earn as many rewards with it. So how it works basically is it's called proof of economic activity, and rewards will be earned through these nodes verifying all the transactions in the network. And so it's amazing how many people they have signed up that just are so excited to use this, because who doesn't want, in this day and age, control of your own data, and get rewarded for it and have it secure and safe and private. So I think that's something that is, going to be growing in the upcoming years. And, it's been an amazing time. So Rogue, which I work for, Rogue Evolution, they build custom builds for Conduit, and they have to be an approved syndicate. So every single component has to be as high quality and, well built as the original Conduit node units. And so we build them, and we are getting them already. We're building out data centers. We provide hosting, and we're a smaller company, but man, we are just loving this whole switch. I mean, my boss went from hash mining. He literally made billions in hash mining. He switched the entire project to DPIN. He is that all in on Conduit. And the more I learn about it, the more phenomenal. It just blows my mind. I think this is a sector that's really going to grow because there's something that's generating real yield, real revenue at its core. It's not, oh, hey, we're going to launch, no offense, a meme coin and hope everybody likes it. We actually have something that's useful, that we have a lot of people who are already ready to use it. In fact, we had a DPIN day on Friday at Vossler Studios in Seattle. Vossler Studios is signed up. This is a multi-million-dollar company, is signed up, and it's inked the deal. They're going to partner with us when the whole network goes live in January. PlayFi is a partner. That's a done deal. We have others, but I can't talk about them because they do not hype this project, Conduit, does not run around saying, hey, we're big, we're exciting, you know, everybody needs to invest. They're quietly building behind the scenes. And this whole network is so big and so secure that you can actually run nation states on the network. And so it's been an interesting, amazing ride, and I'm just so grateful. So I'm having a good time. I'm tired because it's been a long day, but I would not want to be anywhere else. I'm just so grateful to have this job.
I think that's awesome. And yeah, I watched quite a bit of this, and I thought it was great that, Action Crypto. This is a guy who I know you guys have seen here on Down Home Crypto. I've been on streams with on several different places, and he's actually one of the very first people I started learning about crypto from years ago. And so the fact that he is kind of the one of the speakers and the host for Deep In Day in Seattle, I really wish I would have known about this sooner. I would have made it to Seattle. I could do that.
Oh, nice. Action is awesome. He is a solid guy. He loves DPIN. He's an awesome host. I watched the whole thing stream through his YouTube channel. It was so well produced, so easy to watch, and he, constantly filled the space with, hey, here's what's going on, as if I was there. So I didn't feel like I missed out on too much by not being able to attend the event. And so I love, Action's, just supporting a whole bunch of DPIN projects right now. And so if you ever, get a chance to watch his channel, he's got something new all the time.
He does. And yeah, that's one of the good players that I look up to. And as a content creator, that's really tough to find somebody that I can strive to be like. And Action right here, you can see on camera, that's one of them. Very low key, but yet he can get up here on a stage full of people. And this is what impressive. Right here's Action, and then there's all the leaders here. So, Smiley, who are all these individuals and where they associated with?
Oh, man, you're going to test my memory? I mean...
Yeah, I was.
Hashi, there was some guy from Flux. Oh, gosh, a whole bunch of different DPIN projects. But the thing that really stuck with me was they got up there on stage and then they started talking about DPIN and they disagreed on some things, and nobody freaked out. Nobody, threw a fit. Nobody was all, oh, this is all hype for DPIN. We can't talk about any of, the concerns or the struggles or challenges. No, everything was discussed in these panels. And I just thought it was refreshing. It wasn't, what I've been through so long in the crypto space, where you can't challenge a belief, you can't challenge an opinion, you can't offer a different, option. But these guys did. If you get a chance to watch the whole thing is really interesting, and I just found it so enlightening. And then the guy who is the founder, Brandon Baker, he got up, he's the guy on the left in the white jacket. He got up and talked about Conduit, and people asked him. He left a lucrative job. I mean, the guy was making a lot of money. He's a leader. And they said, why would you leave that? And he said, for my kids, because decentralized, infrastructure is the way I want to go. I want to make the world a better place for my kids. And so the whole team has just put in all this extra time and effort and work for 5 years building something that they would be proud of using and recommending to others, and then leaving to their kids. So that was cool.
That is pretty cool. And, I got to say, that's a hard thing to do. And I can relate to that because, as you guys know, I quit my job cutting wires. It was very lucrative. It's guaranteed income and good money to be a content creator. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but we don't make crap. Straight up, we really don't.
Yeah. Which is a shame. You should, because you put out quality content and you work hard.
Well, thank you, dear. I do try, and sometimes it gets kind of frustrating some days. It's like, man, I just want to go invest in this project, or I want to buy this device or whatever, but oh wait, I don't have a job, so I can't. But at the same time, I have those blessed days where, like the other day, I was out helping my son on his truck, and we were going through and working on it, and I realized, it's a Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. There's no way in hell, if I was punching a time clock, I could be doing this with my children.
Right.
And that's happened more times than I can count. And so, in the end, yes, we all need money to survive, but at the same time, that's where we start weighing what's most important. I can tell you guys, I was working 16-hour days, 7 days a week when my children were growing up. ran my own hardwood floor company, so I was never home. I missed like the first 7 years of their life from work. And I decided, you know what? No, I'm getting up in the age. I'm getting to that point when I don't know what tomorrow holds. So I'm going to capitalize on that time now while I still can. I still have the energy and the capability to go out and do these things and be crazy, have fun. And I'm not going to wait till I'm 80 years old, crippled up, and say, oh, let's spend some time together. It's like, doing what, Grandpa? You can't go nowhere. So
yeah, I don't want to retire. That's something I've told everybody. I mean, if what you're doing is something you love, you don't feel that need to. I cannot wait until I retire. I'm like, hey, I just want to keep going, keep, enjoying life, learning, helping people, and just living a good life. And I just don't think, I could only do it for probably a day and I go crazy. I couldn't go sit on a beach all day with a tropical drink. Yeah, maybe one day, but not like the rest of my life. I want to go do stuff, make it happen.
Yeah. I can't even do it for a day.
I know.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. If I sit still and try to watch a movie, I fall asleep. I'm either going 100 miles an hour working on something or I just dead asleep. There is no in between with me. It just doesn't work that way.
Right. You and I'd be sitting on the beach with the tropical drinks and we'd look at each other and we'd be like, okay, how far could we swim before we are going to drown? And you'd be like, oh, let's try. While they jump,
yeah,
like,
let's
oh,
go.
no.
Exactly. Yeah. See, that's my whole thing is I don't like watching sports, but I love playing them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like watching or being a spectator in life. Man, I want to be in the middle of it. I want to have some fun.
Exactly. Life's too short anyway. Why would you want to waste any of it?
Right. Exactly. And Brother Bar, good to have you. A shout out to everyone in the chat, including Down Home Crypto. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx. Love it. Wow. Thank you, brother. Brother BKL. And Tressa, aka Sports Entertainment Guy. Sorry, reading today is hard for me. So thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, we're trying to have fun. We're trying to make this world bearable because right now things are crazy. Our portfolios are down. We don't know what's happening, and so the best thing we can do is be here and support each other, even when hurricanes hit. Right? I couldn't even imagine what that's like. I was going to ask you, Smiley, what's the worst natural disaster you've been a part of that you had to deal with?
Well, the first one that comes to mind is when I first moved here 4 years ago, we had such a large fire, our house almost burned down and we had to evacuate. And I lived in 4 different places over 3 weeks and it was really stressful and hard. And I had my cat with me and that's why I had to keep moving because first I went to the seediest hotel you've ever seen. It was nasty because it was the only one that would take my cat that was open because everybody had to evacuate in this whole area. And then after that, I found an Airbnb, but I could only stay there a few days because it was booked after that. And so I just kept moving around and that was so stressful. And in the meantime, the fire, according to all the reports, was at our house. And we didn't know if our house was still here or not. And literally we found out when we moved back in that it came to the back edge of property right here, like right behind our house. It burned that far or that close. And the guy who is the head of the bulldozer team in the fire department is a friend of ours. He actually brought his team over and saved our house by dozing, and moving the fire away. And that's the only reason why we could move back in. But man, that was stressful.
Yeah.
How about you?
I can imagine. So, well, first of all, that goes back to that karma thing. So, like you said, he was a friend of yours. So, do you think maybe all the good karma you put out being a friend with that person paid back by him saving your house? Could that be an act of karma right there?
Maybe because he only did it because he knew us and he knew that the fire was coming at our house. And so he specifically prioritized our house. They saved a lot of people in this neighborhood, but I know that that's what made the decision clear and immediate is to go there.
There you go. So, I don't know. Sounds like some positive karma to me.
Maybe.
So, I don't know. I think my worst disaster, I was a kid when St. Helens blew. I was living here in Boise. It was just a lot of ash. It wasn't anything major or drastic. I'd say probably when I was in Oklahoma. We had a couple tornado warnings. And, of course, me being an idiot from Idaho, what do? We turn on the TV in the living room and we go sit on the front porch looking out like, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, we're not real bright. And the funniest thing, we lived in Bristow, Oklahoma, And apparently there was I know, scary. There was a like an Indian blessing put on the town, supposedly.
Oh.
And so literally while we lived there, all these tornadoes would come straight up the highway, and they would jump up, go across Bristow, and then drop back down on the other side and keep going. And I'm like, never once did I up close see a tornado. I tried. I really tried. So I don't know. Is that good karma or is that just bad luck? I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's weird. So it totally would go around the town every time?
Yeah, it would actually come up and it would actually lift back into the cloud. So the whole funnel cone would go back in the cloud. It'd pass over the town and then it would drop back down and keep going.
Wow.
It's like, that's freaking weird. It happened like 5 times when I lived there. Absolutely insane.
Interesting.
How about you, Wild Angel?
I remember Mount St. Helens exploding. When I was a kid, we were actually up north in northern Idaho, so a little closer than down here. We saw what looked like clouds rolling in. And we were on a camping trip, like for Girl Scouts kind of thing. And we're like, okay, time to pack up, go home. My dad was driving one car. My mom was in the other car. I was with my dad. We had no radio. My mom did. She's honking, flashing lights, trying to get us to pull over. So we finally did. And she told us Mount St. Helens had exploded. And so we got home, and for the next, God, there was ash for days. Oh my God, I swear it was a month before they could get the worst of it cleaned up. And my sister was having nosebleeds all the time, and it was because of the ash. But it was really cool. My 3rd grade teacher actually owned Went Pottery in Lewiston, Idaho, and her glaze is made from Mount St. Helens ash.
Oh, cool.
That is their signature. They bulldozed it and got barrels full of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. It does a certain thing in the kiln when it hits the heat. It does this really cool thing, and yeah, it was really cool. The worst one for damage that I've seen, that I've been close to, was when I was stationed in Missouri. We had a tornado, actually 2 of them touched down on base.
Ooh.
And one of them took out one of the permanent party barracks at like 2:00 in the morning on a Saturday a.m. So it was 2:00 Saturday morning. No, that was a blessing. Everybody was out for passes for the weekend. So
that is a blessing then. Otherwise, it would have been full.
If it had been Friday night, they probably would have been half full. If it had been Sunday morning, everybody would have been back. So yeah, for damage wise, I mean, you'd see the rubble everywhere. Oh my God. Like, it's like it went, exploded right in the middle of the barracks. It was crazy. But that's probably the closest. And yes, like you, the first tornado scared the hell out of me, because we'd have the sirens going off and everything. And we had our records room, which was like a vault in the middle. So they'd shove us all in there in the office. And so I was like, no, I want to go look. And so they'd let me go to the door for a while. But if it got too close, the sergeant, like, in you go. But I actually got fairly close, probably within a couple miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the closest I got was like 15 miles, but it was nighttime and I couldn't see a damn thing. And I was out in my car chasing it. I tried.
Yeah, this was daylight. And it wasn't the one that like took out the barracks, but you could definitely see it. And it was kind of cool. And I kind of learned to read the clouds. You could tell by the light, the way it filters through and the way the clouds are forming and everything. You can tell. You can see it. And we had some really experienced people down there. I'm like, see, look at that. Look at that. We got it one coming. And half hour later, here'd be the sirens. So it was kind of cool.
That is. I think the weirdest part I had was neon green lightning.
Yep.
That's how I knew. Yeah. That was weird. I'm like, what the hell is that? That's kind of cool. It's like a rave party in the sky. Like, what the hell? And Tom says, the worst disaster I've been part of was when we had gale force winds in England. Knocked my trash cans over and everything. Had to stand it back up. The motto, "We will rebuild," was born that day. I had to rebuild my trash cans. Ah! More power to you, Kevin. Hey, you rebuilt it, buddy. Proud of you, my man. Good job.
You better say hi to your mom. She is.
I am. I was going to back up. And yes, Hope Giver, how you doing, Mom? Are you talking about this 80-year-old that's challenged? Nope, I wasn't at the time. I was talking about this guy who's getting to be 80 years old and will be challenged. I sure didn't get to spend time with you kids. I wanted to. Exactly, Mom. And you know what? That's one of the lessons I learned is that, I'm at that age now where if I don't do it soon and I don't spend that time, I may not get to. So I got to capitalize. So that's one of the blessings that I have about this job as content creators. Just like Smiley Girl was talking about Brendan from Conduit. I almost lost it there. Quitting his lucrative job. Sometimes you got to do that for your family, for what's really important. And so even though our portfolios all suck, it could be a whole lot worse. Hey, at least we have portfolios to suck. A lot of people don't even have that.
True.
Think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have them just check by check, and that's actually why I started Down Home Crypto. I worked in a plant, had over 200 employees, all making reasonable money. About 2 of them knew anything about crypto or investing or anything. The rest literally just lived check by check. Their retirement plan was a scratch ticket. And these guys were spending $200 a week on scratch tickets. I'm like,
Whoa.
What are you doing? Yeah. But if they have no idea this exists or how to operate within it, they can't. They can't make a change. And so that was kind of one of my deciding factors to create Down Home Crypto and really focus on that education. And Mom says, I should have done what you are doing. You did great, Mom. Don't second guess. That's then. This is now.
The world was a different place, and you were single parenting. So you know what? You get a pass on that one.
I don't know about going that far, but I mean...
She couldn't quit because then you guys wouldn't have food. You wouldn't have a place to live. So
exactly.
There's a big difference in situations.
There is. And a lot of people have hardships. I mean, we just saw Karma Farm Sanctuary. We saw a lot of the animal sanctuaries that got some devastating damage. And you know, it's times like that. I look at that, it's like, you know what? My life ain't that bad. Yeah, I may not be able to pay this bill or that, or we have to pay musical bills or whatever we have to do, but I have a home. It's still standing. Man, some of those pictures, those places were just demolished. I couldn't even imagine what that would be like.
Yeah, the goat one. Soledad goats. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. So BTK says a blockchain focused on quantum security. Yeah. BTK, man, that is a hot topic. And that's things a lot of people don't know about. So guys, we've all heard about the quantum computing and the biological and all that stuff happening right now. Do you realize that once quantum computing comes around, all the security we have right now is absolutely useless? Yeah, it can solve it in seconds once we hit that point in time. We need whole new levels of blockchain security, and nobody's building it yet. That's the scary part. It's not that I know of. Is anybody building that? Somebody know? If so, let me know. Because yes, quantum computers are going to change everything we know about security. What do you guys know about quantum computing?
Absolutely nothing.
Fair enough. Okay. So also I want to throw out there, guys, it is an open stage tonight. If you want to jump in, there's a link right there in the chat. Go ahead and just open a browser, put that link in there for StreamYard. It'll bring you here backstage, and I can bring you right up on stage. If you guys want to hang out with us, you're all welcome to. Sadly, well, I don't know. Let me correct that. Not sadly. Thankfully, we do not have Cyril tonight. Why is that? Because he is on a romantic escape with his lovely wife, Rose, enjoying their anniversary. So I'm thankful. I'm glad he got out. I'm glad that they are out having a phenomenal time. And so, yeah, don't take that wrong. Like, I'm glad he's not here. No, that's not it at all. It's like, wow, sorry, you're kind of a dick, man. That's not bad. No, I'm glad he's taking the time because, so many people we have in Down Home Crypto and all of us here, they work behind the scenes far more than we ever talk about or share. Like you, Smiley Girl. I know you're absolutely exhausted, yet you're still here. So thank you.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I have to go right now with that lead in.
There went the. Okay, fine. Be gone
Oh,
with
it's
Sorry.
gonna be just date night.
you. Date night. That's okay.
Oh,
So, hey,
nice.
Smiley.
Okay,
you.
thank you. Bye,
thank you,
guys.
dear. Have a great night. We'll catch you later.
Okay, bye.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that so many people are working so hard on the back end. And so the fact that they even show up here for Friday nights is absolutely a blessing. And I'm thankful that Cyril got some time out there. Crow's not here tonight because he is actually out hunting. Now, here's the twisted part of that. So Crow's been looking forward to this for months. Well, he got really, really sick last weekend. And he's just been nursing it and just hating life this whole time. And he got sick, my understanding is thanks to his lovely fiance, who happens to be my daughter, that got him sick. Well, he still went hunting. He's in the mountains, he's miserable, he's hating life. She didn't get to go, so she's home, she's miserable, hating life, but she's playing video games while he's up in the mountains. So, I don't know who's got it better off. But either way, I'm glad he got out. I mean, hey, a sick day hunting is better than any good day at work. Straight up. Or sitting on a beach, or pretty much fishing, anything you're doing.
But
Probably
they
better than any good day at
Did
work.
they get the plague?
Don't know what they got, but I know it's going pretty ugly over there. So,
They
yeah,
just
everybody's
got
getting sick this time of year.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Do not get the flu shot and the shingle shot on the same damn day. That is bad.
Just bad JoJo. Don't do that.
It's bad juju. Oh yeah, no, that's painful.
Well, I don't know. I call that self-inflicted or poor
Oh,
planning.
it
I'm
totally
not sure
was.
which.
Both?
Okay.
Yeah, both.
I feel bad for you, but at the same time, I got to kind of laugh just because, you know, that's what we do around here. In our family, the more tragic something is, the harder we have to laugh.
Right.
Isn't that disturbed? Does anybody else do that, or is that just us? I'm really curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who's
You know, and-
here.
I don't know. It says we have 6 people watching, so either way, hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Probably be a little bit shorter night tonight, which is fine. You know, it's a quiet night. Hey, but we want to make sure we're here, we're up to speed, and that we're sharing the information with you. And, you know, the big thing is supporting the people that we think are doing good in the world. And that's why we shared things like Karma Farms and everything they're doing over there, as well as, I lost it. I probably closed it. Definitely Action Crypto, because I love Action to death. Thank you, Action, for being such a shining example of a good content creator. But all the different sanctuaries out in Florida, all the family members we have here at Down Home Crypto that, you know, have gone through this. Because I know Duff went through it. I know that Cyril, some of his family are in Florida. Thankfully, they're all safe. And I'm sure there are other people here that probably we don't hear from. But I guarantee people are having hardships out there. In fact, I reached out to a friend today, and he was supposed to come on tonight, and he's like, "No, I'm not feeling it. Too much of life is just going sideways." And you know that happens. And in fact, this month is one of the most important for that. One of the important? I don't know.
One of the
I don't know.
most important months when it comes to mental health.
Yes. Hey, thank you. I knew somebody would make sense out of that. And so as we know, we always give a huge shout out to Project Duck Depression because they are making a difference. Now, it does say October is National Depression Awareness, Education, and Screening Month. Now, believe it or not, guys, we all have tragedies go through our life. And most of us get depressed for a brief time. We work our way through it. And sometimes these little yellow ducks help a ton. In fact, my ducks sit right here with me every single day. Even better, the lead duck, he's the one that stands out. So that reminds me, it's okay to stand out because that's what a leader does. You know, somebody who stands out and really does what's right and leads the pack, they're the ones who are going to change the world. But we got to do that in a happy way. So my ducks keep me positive as well as remind me to stay unique, stay special that way. But going through big tragedies, like we're talking about with hurricanes, like our portfolios, like whatever it is, we're going to feel some depression. But if it lingers, if it starts to affect our day-to-day mood, our appetites, our relationships, that's when you really got to be aware that, hey, maybe there's a serious problem. And believe it or not, it's serious enough that, yes, there's a Depression and Awareness Month because it can be sometimes physiological or psychological, something that can be treated, can be helped. So watch out for those signs. That's really, really important.
You got a new duck today too.
I did. I showed him at the very beginning. I don't know if you guys saw him or not. Check him out. Oh, you got a witchy duck. I got a Franken duck. My Franken duck and your witchy ducky. There you go. I know you can't. There you go. Which one's cooler? The witch duck or the Frank duck? There you go, guys. Let us know in the chat. Vote for it. Which one's better?
The witch, of course.
A witch is a witch is a witch. Of course, of course. Okay. Yes, we got new ducks, but either way, do me a favor. Go out, check out Project X Depression, and, keep an eye out for friends, family members. If depression seems to be hanging on, if somebody always has that it's the end of the world kind of concept, they might have something that they need to get counseling for, or even maybe medically looked at, because they could have imbalanced hormones or lots of different things that can affect that. So definitely check out Project Depression and go spread some ducks around the world. Let's make it a happier place.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we kind of jumped in the meat directly there. We didn't get much of a lead up into tonight's show, Wild Angels. So, yeah, it was kind of weird. What do you guys think about this? Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
It's weird.
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
It's really weird just being the two of us.
It is weird, isn't it? It's like,
it's just date night now.
That's kind of creepy. We have a public date night? Is that weird, or is that just me?
Yeah.
Hey, we're like the Kardashians. All right, this is what we do in our social life. There you go. New TV show. So, guys, like I said, the stage is open. You guys want to hop up here with us, and you don't have to turn on your cameras. You can do it just by voice if you want. You want to hang out? Great. If not, that's cool too. Do you have any questions? Any burning things you've wanted to know that maybe one of us has the answer to? Throw them in the chat down below. But Wild Angel, I know you've been working on some special things for Dreaming Dragons. I want you to give us a tour of what Dreaming Dragons can create.
Well, I really can't show you the biggest thing I'm working on right now, because I don't want to accidentally give spoilers. So I'm spending a lot of time working on a large order for Christmas, and I don't want to give spoilers. But I know some of you guys have been watching me. I did the little witch's hat on a cat. It's a little hockey puck looking cat. But I just finished getting this crocheted.
Oh my god. Where's the decorations? I'm going to start on top.
Okay. Hold on. I did find like a 7-foot long string of fairy lights. Those little tiny LEDs.
Uh-huh.
And in between, they've got like little snowflakes and little gold balls. And so I'm going to use that and wrap it around the hat. And I'm going to find like a pretty sparkly bead or something like a star to use as a star on the top of the tree. So it will be decorated. Probably pick it up this weekend and get it decorated. And then there's the little candy corn hat.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a perpetual calendar with hats for the cat.
Okay, so one cat, multiple hats.
Yes. There's the cat. He looks kind of like a hockey puck, but he's a cat.
He looks like a cute cat. Where's his eyeballs?
He doesn't get eyes because he's a gnome, basically, and gnomes never show their eyes.
This is a gnome kitty.
He's a gnome kitty. And
okay.
This designer is freaking amazing. I find him on Etsy. Google hats for cats. But there you go. Wrong way.
So,
there we go.
So he's a candy corn kitty. Now we've got what, a witch hat, a candy corn,
and the Christmas tree. There's Valentine's, St. Patrick's, Easter, 4th of July, graduation, which I have to do a graduation hat. And yeah, there's so many hats. There's wedding, bride and groom. There's sailors, and yeah, there's like, I bought like 20 different cats and hats patterns. There's also a reindeer, a rabbit, and a dog. So depending what you're into, if you're more into dogs than cats, I can do dog hats.
Gotcha. Now, if somebody wants to get one of these custom made, is there still time to get something done before Christmas?
No, unfortunately. My schedule is getting really, really tight to get something done for Christmas. Like I said, the order I'm working on right now is a large order, and that pretty much booked my next 8 weeks.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, unfortunately, they'll just kind of have to wait till first of the year.
Okay.
But they can always get me through the Discord channel at the Dreaming Dragon link. Leave me a message. I will get back to you. The sooner you get with me, the sooner I can get you on the list and in the queue for something.
Awesome. I love how you say that. Well, unfortunately, no. And by the way, here's the Down Home Crypto Discord. Guys, if you don't already know, definitely jump in there. It's where you can talk to all these amazing people and so much more. But, how we're talking about the whole karma thing and all that. You're saying, unfortunately not. Well, it's a brand new business, and unfortunately not. Now, that's a fortunate thing. A lot of new businesses never even see a customer for months. And Dreaming Dragon's just taken off. I think that's great.
Well, I have to say, this community has been really supportive. The person I'm working on an order for is one of our community members. My first order was from a community member. I've given away one of my little bag buddies in a stream. And then Alex and Kelly have gotten 2 animals from me to raffle off. And earlier I was talking about doing a Galadriel and a Radagast. And so, James, if you're out there listening, watch for that, because you're going to have to donate to get an entry to get Radagast and Galadriel to go with Gimli.
Ooh. Then you get the whole family. There
Right.
you go. I like it. So, wow, I just drew a total blank.
You've
I
been
forgot
doing
what it
that a
was.
lot tonight.
You noticed that too? Yeah, it's been a weird day.
Did you eat today?
Yes, but I think it's because somebody kept me up all freaking night. Every 5 minutes rolling over, it's like,
Oh, I hurt so bad last night. It was every time I moved, I wanted to cry.
Oh, I know.
Courtesy of
I'm well aware.
I was not. I'm surprised I wasn't crying in my sleep.
I think you were a couple times, honestly.
It hurt so bad.
You know how hard it is to sleep when every 5 minutes somebody's moving around, okay, and then on top going, well, so much for going to sleep. So yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived, but that's okay. Hey, you know what? I understand you're going through this with your immunization shots. At the same time, part of me is like, you did it to your own damn self. What's wrong with you?
I needed to get that second one of the shingles series, and definitely needed the flu shot, especially after the asthma season I just had. So yeah, no, I had to get it done. Doing it together was probably not my best choice.
You think? Hey, that's why we only occasionally adult, because we don't plan shit very well. That's
No.
that's the funny thing, guys. If you're a younger generation, if you're 20, 25, even 10, 15, 18, whatever, and you think as you get older, life gets easier and it all makes sense, man, it doesn't. We still screw shit up every single day. I kind of look forward to it because that's where I learn. And the most important thing in this life is to go out there and try. And know that you're going to make mistakes. Don't let it get you down. Learn from it. That's a learning experience. So even though things like our portfolios are down, or maybe we're making mistakes at work, or we're screwing up our kids, because God knows, kids do not come with instruction booklets. I hate to tell you, I've read several of the books. They lied. None of them were right. My kids are unique and they are special in all kinds of different ways. But don't let those mistakes get you down. Just realize that's one way not to do it, and there's other ways to do it. So I tell you, as you get older, it doesn't get any easier. It just gets more complicated when you do screw something up.
In case she watches this later on a stream.
It's a snowball.
It's purple and it's sparkly.
Ooh.
She'll know.
Yes. Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, it's kind of weird having this much quiet time between us. Now, I got to ask, anybody else out there? So, we always order from Amazon because we're supposed to get it the next day. We're Prime guys. And has anybody else had their shit just go missing constantly? I think 3 of our last 5 orders vanished in shipping. Poof, come, bye-bye. Nobody has a clue. Anybody else dealing with that, or is that just us?
Oh, I'm really getting tired of the, I'm sorry, it got lost in the mail excuse. Oh my God, really? It's Amazon.
I thought they had their own mail system. It's like the Vatican. They got their own post office. What the hell are they using mail for?
Seriously, They do enough volume that they've got their own dedicated planes and trucks and everything. How the hell does something the size of a grill for a car, granted it's a small car, but get lost in the mail?
Yeah, it's not like an envelope, man. We're talking a box here. This is
It's
reasonable
like
shit.
24 by 12. I mean, come on.
I don't know. But yeah, my depressed part is I was really hoping to get our Galaga game up and going by now.
Yeah.
But the control board coming in, the first order vanished. Somewhere between Atlanta, Georgia, and here, just gone. Nobody knows. Reordered it. Says it got delayed. It, once again, lost in the mail or delayed.
Again?
But it says it's supposed to... actually, it did say that, but now it says it's supposed to arrive tonight. So I'm hoping after the show, it'll be sitting out there and I can start getting Galaga back to life. And it's even getting an upgrade. We're getting a 60-in-1 game. So we'll have Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Galaga, Centipede.
I like Donkey Kong. I can play Donkey Kong.
Perfect. There you go. See,
Yay!
we're going to have game competitions. It'll be great.
I can play Donkey Kong.
There you go. See, we can do that. We're going to have some games. So I'm hoping that's coming in today, Di. Yeah, coming in tonight, guys. But I mean, really, I'm kind of surprised. Nobody's hopped on stage. The chat's pretty quiet tonight. And so, we could probably wrap it up a little bit early, but we had a little bit of degen on the topic tonight, of course. So we had Karma, which is Karma itself and Karma Farms. Kind of goes hand in hand. We had the Ducks, of course, which is the Depression Awareness Month, as well as just, making the hardships right now, because a lot of people going through hardships, making those more positive. So we also always got to give the love to Project Duck Depression and just helping everybody out there. Then we had the degen part. Well, we're all degens. Our portfolios suck. That proves we're degens. And that's where we got the great update about Conduit and what's going on over there from Smiley Girl. But since it's so quiet, and in case, let's see, Kevin says stuff always goes missing in Atlanta, especially via FedEx. There's lots of threads about it. Okay, Kevin, what are you doing with shit down in Atlanta? Is that your neck of the woods? You got some cousins down there. They're hijacking FedEx trucks. What's going on, brother? But some of the degen stuff. So a lot of things have happened over the last week, and that's what I'm making the video on about right now. But I'm going to give you kind of a quick crash course rundown so you can get ahead of the curve in case you're looking for it. Okay, you guys ready for this?
Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
What the hell is degen?
Degenerates.
Well, I know you are, but what are you talking about?
Pretty much all of us. So, a lot of us refer to people who invest in something other than blue chips as a degen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a lot of people don't do a lot of their research. A lot of people invest in projects that have no background. They're high risk.
I
Okay,
thought
so
that was
the higher the
DeFi.
risk. Pretty much, yeah, it's the same thing. So the more high risk, the more degenerate the play is. Especially if there's no backing to it. So then it's a degen investment. It's like, what are you structuring on? Now, if you invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum or one of those, then it's probably not a degen play. It probably has some background to it. But if you just like, hey, we've got Bob's Crypto over here, We're going to make this eventually once you give us $100,000. Like, wait, that's total degen. There's no facts. There's no idea who this crap is. So that's more of what a degen play is.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. But also, a lot of times, those could be investing in new projects, but just don't have a track record yet. And so that can also fall under the degen aspect because there is no history. There's no, you can't look at their books over the last 2 years and say, how did they do?
Gotcha.
So any new business is kind of a degen opportunity of investing.
Gotcha.
That make sense?
A lot more than it did before.
Oh, good. Well, hey, glad we can. That's what Down Home Crypto is about, is educating. So make no mistake, there is no stupid question. You guys have any question, man, throw them in the chat. We're happy to answer them.
Okay, I live with the guy, and I've been doing crypto for years, hearing about crypto for years with him, and I still had to ask. So, yeah, there is no stupid question.
Nope, not at all. It says, look out for 8 Factory by Chain Factory. Gonna be degen central. Ooh, I haven't even heard about that one, Kevin. I will definitely have to dig into that. But I'm gonna give you guys just a little taste of what's coming out in the video. It's, of course, explained a lot better then. But in case you're looking for some deals. Okay, so first of all, one that you guys know I like is Helium Mobile. Okay, now I've talked about the cell phone plan time and time again. We're still making good money on it. The hotspots, we're still doing good. We're earning about $7 a day between the indoor and the outdoor.
Wow.
Yeah, that's on top of our cell phones paying themselves. So, I need to get that link for Helium Mobile for Referral Link. If you want to try and get that Wild Angel, go for it. Toss in the chat.
Dude,
But
what am I looking for?
your referral link for Helium Mobile, the cell phone plan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to share that in the chat. Basically, anytime you use somebody's referral link for Helium Mobile cell phone plan, they get a $5 credit on the next month's bill. That's it. They don't make a bank off it, nothing like that. So if you want, check it out. We've got all of our phones are now on Helium Mobile. Here's my collection of SIM cards for our phones. Give you an idea. Yeah, we're big into it. But if you've been looking at the hot spots, you've been thinking about it, guys, right now they got a fall sale going on. So the indoors are down to $175 and their outdoors are down to $350. So you go to hellohelium.com to check that out. I do not have an affiliate link. I've reached out to them. Not want to share it, so I can't give any extra discounts. But that's on sale right now. So might be worth checking out there. The next one is, as many of you guys know, I've been using my old helium miners and turning them into multi-mining machines using the Crank software. Now, guys, I absolutely love Crank. I think they're great, and I think it's the team, the hard work they've done. And KK, there we go. It's gonna open up. There we go. So there's the Crank network. What they've done is they just moved that multi-mining from beta to the full release version. So if you got into beta, then great. You already know how to do the multi-mining on all the different platforms, things like that. Well, they just moved it, which means now if you want to start using the multi-mining software as a new user, you're going to have to buy a Crank license. But the great thing is, if you've already been using the beta to do the multi-mining, they're not going to cut that off. They're actually going to keep it running and keep updating your software for you. So, can I do that with a Bobcat? Yes, Kevin, you can with several Bobcats. You need to go in and check the version of Bobcat you have. I know Bobcat has like 4 or 5 versions. And there's a different image you have to flash the SD card for the certain Bobcat. So make sure to research the model number and all that. And that's all right here on their website. I go here to Crank Image and Installers. Dusmo image, Cranko, CrankOS, Nebra. Only for Bobcat Miner 300. And that's the G280, PX30. And yeah, I'm not a Bobcat guy, man. But just to let you know that they did just update this. And the great thing is, if you're already in the beta, you can keep going without a license. But if you want to start today, you're going to have to get a license. So I hope you guys have been taking notes because I put out these videos like 6 months, a year ago over Crank. When I first started doing it, when I went through the beta, when I set it all up. So that's possible there. Now, if you are a beta miner and you've been doing and you've been mining the Anyone, but you didn't have any tokens because it was on the testnet. Well, I actually found that they have a Anyone faucet where you can drip out 100 anyone tokens to stake and start earning with. Now, the trick is you have to have $100 or have to have 100 anyone tokens on the main net to utilize the faucet for the test net. So if you need some anyone tokens, and you'll know if you do or not. If you do, let me know, because I have already mined like 600 of them that I'm going to give away to you guys. So if you need that, let me know that. Miss Michelle, how you doing? I made it, finally! Yeah, you missed all the crazy stuff. You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning, Miss Michelle, because we had a live update from Karma Farm Sanctuary. Kelly walked us around, told us what was going on. We had Smiley Girl on us, sharing her insights into Conduit, all kinds of crazy things. You hear Bobcat. I have a few. See, there you go. And so hopefully, Miss Michelle, you have been paying attention to my crank videos over the last several months and have those doing the multi-mining and earning a little bit of extra cash with the devices you already got. Anyway, there you go. Yes, want to jump on stage with us. It is an open stage night, guys. If you want to get up here and join us, all you have to do is... I lost it. I lost it. Scroll up a little bit. There you go. Just simply put that link in your browser. That's going to take you straight to StreamYard. Go in, and you can hop up on stage with us. Anybody wants to join us. So, yeah, feel free to hop on up here.
Cool. It
so
won't
that's
be date night.
That's okay. That's good, because, yeah, we know so much about each other. It's like, wait, what do we talk about?
Right.
That's one of the problems about being married is, like, sort of getting updates on what's happening in life. Frequently do we not communicate about the stuff we already know. So it gets interesting.
Oh.
Just gotta grab a beer. Grab
Fair
a beer,
enough.
man. Come on up. We're good with that. And so, yeah, if you guys do need anyone tokens, let me know. Happy to do that. Also, with that multi-mining, Wingbits is another one I'm tracking airplanes. And I've been doing this for a while now. And if you got in early in the beta testing, you could get your hex for mapping airplanes and all that. And all you had to do was buy the little module. And so let me share my screen again. There you go. So here we are, and I'm down here. Well, okay. Apparently I don't have there we go. So here we are in Boise, Idaho, and I'm 2 of these hexes.
Cool.
Now, here's the trick. About 2 months ago, or month and a half ago, they locked up onboarding new hexes. They had a cap of 2,000. And they said, okay, that's it until we get the official device released. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people didn't make it into that because you only have 2,000 miners across the world. So great early opportunity if you got it, but if not, and you totally missed out, my understanding is they just unlocked that cap for a brief amount of time. So if anybody has been wanting to get into Wingbits and find out more about this, you can do it. My understanding is you do have to get one of the GPS modules, but jump in the Wingbits Discord and find out more about that. And I will throw that into the chat as soon as there we go. Invite people, there we go, and copy. Okay, so that's the Wingbits. You put that in, W-N-G-B-I-G-S. Now, Wingbits has no token yet. The token generation event is going to be Q4, I want to say December of this year. But if it's something you want to know about, hey, jump in and learn about it. But they did just open up the locked entry for a brief amount of time for anybody who wants to get into it.
Mission Michelle says 13th is the last day. So that's Sunday. Because today's the 11th. So you got 2 days, folks.
Yes. Okay. So Mike gets second setup. I have everything but blue USB adapter, 13th. Thank you, Mission Michelle. I didn't know the exact date. I just know that I read that they unlocked that. I'm like, oh man, got to get the word out on that one. See, I'm glad you guys are keeping up with the stuff because there's so much going on. I can't keep it straight.
You have not. We have not got the cloning process perfected yet.
I know.
All the clones have come out. Like, what's that movie?
Multiplicity.
Pizza, Steve. Yeah. No, it's not good. So cloning does not work yet. So for now, we rely on other people for the information.
Right. Or my notes, and I'm horrible at notes for the record. I'm terrible.
He can't read his own writing.
Wait, read? We have to read? Man, I'm still stuck on shapes and colors because I keep eating the green crayons. I don't know.
You do. They're your
They're
favorite.
good. I like the greens. They taste yummy. So yes, that's an opportunity there. I will tell you that I just talked to the team, the team over at Crank Network, and they are going to be giving me a license to give away in the next video. So I do have my hands on a Crank license that will be going out to one of you guys for watching that video and doing something special. So trying to get you guys some goodies wherever I possibly can. Wow.
Oh, I forgot. I haven't followed up with you on this.
You just went mute. We can't hear you now. That was funny. Did you guys hear that too? She's like, I want to follow up with you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. That was perfect timing though.
I don't know what the hell just happened. I think my arm hit my button. So, a long time ago, or a while back, you were giving out a seed phrase for a crypto wallet. What the hell ever happened with that?
We made it 3/4 of the way through. And I'm not sure anybody has happened with that. I haven't even checked the wallet lately. Everything just kind of went quiet on that.
Oh.
Mr. Michelle said, I remember. Yes. It's still sitting there. The wallet's still there. Literally, once I deposit that money into the Cure Crew fund, and I didn't even know if Cassandra Dow is still running or what's happening over there. I've been wanting to talk to Cyro about that. I really need to load that wallet up and see what's there, but I deleted it off all my devices. I wrote down the seed phrases and I removed it entirely. So, yeah, I thought about that yesterday too. Yes, words randomly drop. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they've been in all kinds of ways. I've done Morse code. I've done sign language. Yeah, all kinds of strange things.
Yeah,
I need to check on that
Hadn't.
and get those going again.
Yeah. Because it just kind of, I wasn't hearing anything about it. So.
Right. My understanding is I don't know how Cassandra Dow is doing, so that wallet might be totally dead. I'm not really sure.
Well,
I'm
let
gonna
me
have
know
to
when
go
you
look.
find out, because I might need to go check my KKF stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
I have a decent bag in KKF, and I've just been ignoring it because
Or
you know
had.
me.
We
How
don't
do
know.
I? No, that's how I do my long-term holds. I set it and I forget it.
That's hoping they survived. I don't know. If Cyro was here, he would probably have a better idea. But yes, we'll have to look at that this weekend. We'll make
I
that a
figured
point.
he'd give me a heads up if something was dropping, though. I mean, dying. Now you're mute, Serenity.
That was me. I totally did that.
Is an interface to balancer pools. The funds are still fine, but the KC token has had some problems.
Okay, so it's KC token that's had problems. Thank you, BTK.
Thanks, BTK, for having my back.
That's why I love having this community, because somebody knows what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mission Michelle told me about the date for Wingbits. BTK's let us know on Cassandra Dow, so I knew there was something. I just didn't know the information, BTK, so thank you, brother, for bringing us up to date on that. And so, Mr. Michelle says, sweet! Yes, we will have a license, so if you guys are looking for that, I will be giving one of those away. And let's see. Also in the video, I'm going to do a full breakdown on the star plugs, how much they're earning, as well as how you can get an NFT to boost your rewards on that way. So, yeah, I'm testing out a theory, though. I want to find out if you can actually get the NFT and earn star tokens without buying the star plug. I think there might be a way. I'm going to find out and test this out.
And Miss Michelle, I don't do meme coins. I don't do a lot of this stuff. Usually Serenity's like, hey, stick some money in this. I'm like, okay. So I'm not the best person to ask, or to do anything, because I very much rely on Serenity or
Right.
Cyro or somebody to tell me, because I work 2 jobs and I'm doing 2 businesses. I honestly don't have time to do my own homework. That's
And the
he's
trick
my
is-
homework computer.
And the honest truth is, you're really not that excited about crypto.
Not diehard. No.
And
If
that's
it-
okay.
If we hit a good bowl and there was a reason to be excited, we've just had a lot of your excitement has crashed in the things that you've gotten excited about, like
Right.
the Thor nodes and all this stuff. It hasn't been anything to really get excited about in the long run.
Right.
And so I'm waiting for something to be a reason to get excited.
See, that is where Deepin comes into play, in my opinion. Yes, what we got excited about a couple of 3 years ago, yes, those all crashed and burned. Absolutely. They were DeFi, they were short-lived, and part of that was my learning process. Hey, we all have to go through it, right? I mean, we all have to get wrecked a few times. And I learned the hard way. The difference is a lot of people just quit. They walk away, they never look back. Most of the people here, we're starting to get more and more new faces, new names in here. But at the same time, it's one of those, we take that knowledge and that experience, we move it forward. And so what was exciting back then no longer is. Now, some of those projects are still around and some of them are still building. Helium's one of them. They had the IoT devices, which was not a good deal. If you were in first, they were, but time we got into it, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But that's opened the door to the Helium Mobile and the Wi-Fi's and things like that. And those have been working out pretty well. And that brings us all the way around to the evolution of crypto. And that's what we're going through. We're going through the early stage of evolution. We just happen to be around for a while.
You know, I actually have been talking up the Helium Mobile to a lot of people. And I don't know if they're jumping on board with it or not, because I haven't gotten any feedback. But yeah, I actually am really excited about Helium Mobile. This is me excited, sorry. But yeah, I get kind of animated talking about it when I'm talking to people that have no clue.
Exactly. And so let's see, I've got two things going. So Miss Michelle had an ASIC STC box. That Starcoin went to shit. Man, I'm with you, Miss Michelle. I've still got 9 L3 Pluses sitting out in the garage. I had unplugged most of them. I had like 3 running. And then about a month ago, I started doing the calculations on research for power. You know, how much we pay per kilowatt hour, the time of day and all that. I'm like, oh, hell no. Unplug that shit. No. Even if it goes up, I've lost more in power bill than I have made in coins. So it's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the tough part. And yeah, all the ASICs, GPU mining, a lot of that, unless you have amazing power rates, you can't really make any money at it. And then what they're charging for the ASICs nowadays, it's going to take you so long to ROI. In 3 months, they're going to make a new device more efficient, and there's no way to ROI. It's insane. It really is. It's crazy. Their scam, anyways. Maybe a bot can make it work. Yeah, maybe so. I hope so. Akash, yep. Akash good. They have Starcoin 2.0. See, I never got into the Akash network. I know a lot of people did. I think we're going to see a lot of changes, a lot of things coming about. But I wanted to... I just drew a total blank. Okay, so, Wild Angel, you were excited about Helium Mobile, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for anybody who doesn't know, this was just announced 2 days ago.
You were asking me about this, and I hadn't ever heard of American Bandwidth.
Right. So they just partnered with American Bandwidth. HAT! Yes! American Bandwidth. And so I actually here, give you guys a glimpse. So here's an image I made for the video. And so this is American Bandwidth. And essentially what it looks like is they are a supplier of data connections. And so these are places, especially in businesses. And it's state and local governments, healthcare providers, educational institutions, retail chains. So when you go to the grocery store and you have free Wi-Fi, well, this is the kind of place you're going through is American Bandwidth. There we go. Move that out of the way. I mean, because you don't want to set up a plain old Wi-Fi router and try to manage it, right? No, you want to go to somebody who does that. So it's really interesting. And I think these partnerships in the Deepin network is really makes the best how-to videos. Thank you, Mr. Michelle. I appreciate that. I do try. But I don't always get it right. And sometimes I make the how-to videos on the wrong shit. I've done that more than once. Yeah, these are the kind of partnerships. Now, we know that T-Mobile's already partnered with Starlink. And we know that T-Mobile is partnered with Helium Mobile. Now we see Helium Mobile partner with American Bandwidth. So we're seeing these partnerships grow and evolve and especially in the deep end space. And I think that's where it gets really exciting. And that's where I've been excited lately, is that kind of stuff. And so BTK says, I bought some Tayo, then they got hacked and priced up. That was a good move. I'm sorry, BTK, man. That sucks. If a business goes down because they just didn't do their planning, they didn't do their homework, okay, I accept that as part of the risk. But when they get hacked and it wrecks everybody else, that's just wrong. I think we got to find whoever did that and just, yeah. Oh, you bought it when it got hacked. Okay, my bad. Wild Angel? Your lips are moving, but we don't hear anything. Oh, and now you're... See, that's the way to do it, BTK. That is freaking brilliant, man. What is in the water? I bought. Yeah! Nope. She broke it. This is why we can't have nice things, guys. It's not me. Totally her. Hey, you know, I have XNet Pro partner with AT&T Wi-Fi data offload, but I gotta get it in a business, or maybe I'm banned it. I don't know. See, Miss Michelle, I've got an XNet Pro sitting out on the front of my house. And yeah, it's one of those where we live in a trailer court. And so there's like 80 homes around us in a quarter square mile. I mean, we're packed in like sardines. And it's actually done pretty well. It paid for itself in about 3 months. And so I just mount it to the front of the house, point it out towards the main street, the cluster of homes, like, there you go. Somebody drive by with an AT&T phone, and I'm good. Damn, boy. Johnny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you with us. Nope, still nothing. When I hear you all, I'll let you know. Until then, I'm going to keep babbling. You know, and I think these are all great. And it's one of those, I've tried the ASICs, and it did okay for a little bit. Oh, my boy, Johnny. How you doing, brother? Doing good. Doing good, Johnny. Good to have you with us. No, nothing. No. Wild Angel's gonna have a meltdown. You guys ever see a conniption? Yeah. She's gonna start crying anytime. Johnny Bus Driver. Hey, Ashley, there she is. Ashley, how you doing, dear? Just woke up from your nap. Well, glad you were able to catch us before we went out. Wild Angel's not talking to anybody. She got mad earlier. I insulted her, and so we can't hear anything she says. So yeah, she's back there. Look at that. Now you see what I'm dealing with. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Hold that thought. We're gonna play musical chairs, guys. I live in Dallas. Pauses everywhere. Hard to explain it. Had a barber. Okay. That's like, oh no. Yeah, I'll go try and fix it for her. So, Wild Angel, I know you can hear me, so come in here and we'll play musical chairs. I can read lips. Oh, so you hear her swearing too. Yeah, that's not just me. Come in here, Angel. We're going to play musical chairs. I'm going to try and fix her computer, and I'm going to turn her over to capture. She said the F word. Yeah, several times. She does that a lot. You guys think she's sweet and innocent? No. We swear like sailors. Okay. Here. Put that in one ear.
Thanks.
Poke it in a hole and twist her on the ear. It's real easy. There you go. Okay, can you hear?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can't hear shit.
You can't
Because
hear me.
you're on the mic. Okay, you're driving.
Oh,
I'm gonna go in there and break stuff.
Just don't touch anything. Hi, guys. Oh, yeah, you and I are the only ones on that I can't hear anybody. Right, yes, I do swear like a sailor, although my brother was the one in the Navy.
Can you hear me now?
What did you do?
This is why we can't have nice things.
What did you do?
Okay, so down at the bottom of your broadcast screen, there's a button that says mute.
I didn't touch anything.
Mm-hmm. Then you click unmute, and now it works. This is great, guys. Okay, so here you go. See this little button? You bump something because that's what it is. Okay, rotate.
Damn it. Rubber duck shower curtain. Okay, Ashley. I don't know. Oh my God, it's one of those nights. I didn't touch it. Really? You can't hear me? Okay. New duck, Ashley. And Ashley, please check your DMs. I have an urgent order question that hasn't gotten answered yet. And I am going to hit a brick wall on that part of the order until you answer that question. It's regarding eyes. Oh, where did he go? Okay, my door for this room and the door for his studio are like 2 feet from each other. Where the hell did he go?
Well, I had to find the little rubber piece on my earbud that somebody had stuck in their ear. Then I had to put it back together. It's like, oh my God, what the hell? Oh, I didn't close my door.
I don't like those kind of earbuds.
Oh, that's great.
There's a reason I don't wear them. Yes, it
Magic
was.
trick. Oh my God, that was hysterical.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. All you got to do is click the button that says mute, unmute. So it's funny. It even shows on the little icon. Watch. See?
You know, I
See right next to my
that
name?
I couldn't see that on my side. And I had not touched the mouse.
It might be an actual keyboard key. See, mine is actually set up for my G key. So you have to check your settings in StreamYard. You probably have it, whether it's spacebar or one of those.
I didn't know that.
This is why we can't have nice things. Okay, what did I miss?
They're all just giving me crap about Ashley,
Perfect, I love it.
Rubber duck shower curtain.
Oh, I love it. See, I got new duck too. Franken duck. He's squeaky. He really...
Can't burn stage. I am highly allergic. Sorry, Ashley. Can't smudge the house.
Yeah. No, so I'm stuck with the demons.
Yep.
But hey, that's what you do when you get married. You marry the demons, and that's the way it is. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm kidding. Kidding. I love you. Please don't hurt me.
I know where you sleep.
Yep, and that's why I'm happy, because every morning I wake up above the dirt is a good day. If I wake up below the dirt, I really pissed her off, and that's a bad day, because then I have to dig myself out. It's not good. Yeah, ghost day. That's okay. I'm making friends with them. They keep me company when everybody else is at work.
Yep.
Y'all have a Jeep? How about a bike? I got motorcycles, and I got Blazers. Does that count?
No, it's we do the project Duck Depression. We share ducks around. And I happened to find these 2 cute little Halloween ducks. And so I brought him one. Nothing to do with the ducking of Jeeps. It's all kicking depression in the teeth, one quack at a time.
Exactly.
Yep.
Figured motorcycles? Yep. Got motorcycles.
Yep.
Still scary. Okay, so, man, I feel so disconnected now. What did I miss in the chat? See,
Quack, quack, quack.
they were giving you a lot of shit, huh?
They were. I told you.
So, yeah. I know last we were talking to BTK, it's like, yeah, he cleaned up on when they got hacked. Dude, that's the way to do it. Opportunity. And that's why we had last week's show. What was it? God, I'd have to go look. Something is opportunity. Uncertainty is opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, it's I mean, that's it. That's anything in life. When you're uncertain, that's an opportunity. That's time to change your life, change where you live, change your job, whatever it is.
Ashley brought home rescue pigeons.
That works.
Do they have little tiny flasks under their chins? If they're rescue pigeons. Sorry, it's been one of those weeks.
Wow. I hope everybody gets that joke, and if not, then you're probably, yeah, I'm sorry. You have to go watch the old cartoon with the Basset Hound.
St.
The
Bernards.
big flask of whiskey.
They're St.
Bernards. Sorry. Whatever. The doggy thingy. I'm full of opportunity. Yeah, see, there you go, Miss Michelle. You are full of opportunity. Now, here's the trick. Capitalize upon it. Make it work in your favor. Sometimes we don't always know what that is. No flask, but I'm training them to bring me a joint. Hey, that works too.
Careful they don't eat it.
Fly high delivery. All right.
Yeah, they would be flying high.
What happens if they deliver to the wrong house? How does that work? Oops. My bad. Is that your pigeon? No, I swear I've never seen before, officer. Not me.
You can tell it's getting late. And we're both
it definitely is. You know, now everybody shows up. Now we got 10 viewers out there. So
I know.
I know. It's crazy. So I'm curious, guys, what project now that you're really excited about? Let me know in the chat. Let's share it with the rest of the community here. And if you have any questions, definitely drop them in there. And also, it is an open stage. We got a few more minutes here of hanging out. But hey, you want to jump up, say hello? Hop in the chat. Or hop in the stream. And I'll throw the StreamYard here. Just don't hit the mute button or we can't hear you when you talk. There you go. You want to jump up on stage with us? Click that link. Jump in StreamYard. Come on up. Mr. Michelle says wing bits. Yes. I'm really excited about wing bits, Mr. Michelle. I heard about them a few months ago. And that's when I did the video on them, on the multi-mining. And I immediately rushed out. Got 2 of the hexes, got them set up. Now, there's no token of it. No token as of yet. But I think what they're bringing about it, and especially looking at what our society is advancing to, drones, automated flying machines, automated taxis. I think things like Wingbits or things that are going to track those devices are going to be even more critical. So I think it's great. And there has been whispers I've heard and some things I've read about tracking drones. Like, man, that would be a huge factor. Because how do you keep those things from running at airplanes? Like, there's got to be something there.
Well, part of that is there are FAA regulations. As we know, I was doing the studying for that. You have to stay under a certain height, and there are no fly zones. You can't fly too close to airports or like around Capitol buildings, and like Washington D.C. has a huge no-fly zone. So yeah, if you're going to have a drone out, you really need to know the regulations. Otherwise, you can get some serious federal fines.
Right. And yeah, I think it's pretty amazing myself is we saw in things like Ready Player One, we've seen drone delivery services where they show them dropping off a pizza. We've seen some companies actually starting to do that with airdrops by doing a zip line out of it to drop packages of certain weights. Now, Elon Musk just released a self-driving taxi that he's focusing on. That's not a Q-tip, that's a J. Okay, fair enough. They make a nest out of that. Wow, it's going to be a wild nest. But, you know, we are in such an automated society, and it's just advancing quicker and quicker. You know, that brings about a lot of different controversy, a lot of different thoughts about, okay, what's it going to be like? You know, what are, let's say the self-driving taxi. Is it going to be more safe on the roads? Is it going to be less safe? On top of that, what's going to happen in places like Uber and Lyft and these kind of people who actually make their living that way? You know, there's all this fear about robots and automated processes replacing the workers. This is just one little piece of it. And you've got the robots working at the Tesla factory doing the manpower there. Now you've got automated cars driving instead of doing Lyft or something like that. Really wonder what's going to happen. Then, yeah, you couple that with AI, where they can map this out. They can do things smarter than we can. Then you couple that now with quantum computing and breaching all the security that exists on the planet. It's like, I don't know, are we lighting ourselves up for, you know,
we are
total annihilation or what? What do you guys think? Is this like the the leading up to Terminator, or is it leading up to just this utopian society where we can actually focus on being artists or musicians or poets or something we love and not have to worry about going out and working most of our life away just trying to survive? What do you guys think?
But if they replace the workers with robots, how do the displaced workers feed their families? We would need to go to a more socialized structure, and so that everyone was taken care of. So yeah, because if we work to make our money to buy our food, our clothes, our housing, all that kind of stuff, if they're constantly replacing the people, they're going to create a severe dystopian society.
This is true. Yeah, can't stop progress. That AI needs more regulation. I agree, Mr. Michelle. There's got to be some. And Ash says, I'm with Wild Angel. We're doomed. We're all dead.
Yep.
He dies, she dies, everybody dies. Hey, sounds like a Shakespearean play. Okay, works for me. I've actually spent a lot of time speaking to different AIs, and they can lie. That's for sure. Okay, fair enough. Don't ask any robots keep a secret because they'll lie. Great. Build robots. That'll work. What happens when robots start building the robots?
They already build themselves, build each other.
Would that be called procreation then?
I mean, they build the one robot builds the next batch. Shut up.
I had to ask. Got to make a couple billion robots. Going to need all the little parts to go in it. Yeah. And what happens when that's automated? So, right now we're at that real interesting cusp of society. What's it going to look like 50 years or 100 years from now? Man, I don't know. I really don't. I hope some cosmic force steps in, an alien race steps in and is like, dude, you guys are screwing each other up. Knock it off. Stop fighting over this stupid money thing. How about you guys just get along? Otherwise, we're going to step in like parents and beat all your asses and grind you to your rooms. There you go. That's what my parents did. I turned out okay. Mostly. 7, 12, 36, 24, 19, 8, 6, 4, 3.
Hey, Ashley.
I can always tell when she's counting.
Are you looking? Sneak peek.
It's a glittery baseball. Gotta make a couple billion robots. Gonna need all the little parts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gonna make better AI. Repeat. Only gotta take a year or two. Whoa. Take a year or two. So we've only got like a year to two before total chaos hits. Is that what's going down, mission, Michelle? Whew. Man, I better fast track my retirement process then. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. That's the nicest snowball I've ever seen. You're doing good. Mr. says at 20%. Okay.
What's 20%?
It's only going to take 2 years, a year or two. You got to keep up the conversation. You're way behind.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what the 20% is related to, though.
Well, that's 20% of 100. That'd be 100%.
Doom.
20, yeah.
Yeah, doom.
Yeah, hard to say. I knew there was something. I just thought of it too, and I forgot what it was. And that's why we can't have nice things. I don't know.
You broke it.
I did. I do that a lot. I tend to do that.
I don't know what's on your screen.
Where?
Never mind. It was on my screen. My God, I've got to stop. I didn't touch anything. And something popped up on my screen.
And this is why we can't have nice things. Yes, it must be time for dinner, guys.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. But hey, we made it through after 7. We hope everybody down in Florida stayed safe. I hope that you made it through the storms with as little damage as possible, and hopefully everyone you know and love is safe. We started the show off tonight with a live update from Kelly over at Karma Farms. We got to spend some time with her, got to visit all the animals. That was absolutely great. Thank you so much, Kelly, for making the time to do that, because I know you're busy. You've got a lot of work to rebuild, to put things back together. And, we always love to support the great people out there who are making a difference in life. So if you don't know about Karma Farm Sanctuary, do me a favor. Go check them out, because Kelly and Alex, they're absolutely wonderful. We love them to death, and they are huge supporters here at Down Home Crypto. And it's all the way around great people. And right now, especially with those 2 devastating storms that went through, if you have a few dollars and you can help, please do so. And Kelly even shared several different sanctuaries that are going through some problems, and some got absolutely devastated. Is it this one? No,
Solara.
I think it was this.
Solera, something or other.
I think I lost
goats.
it on my tabs.
There it is.
One. Yes,
Soledad.
Yes, Soledad goats. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine coming home and seeing this? The people down there, I can't even understand the devastation they've gone through. So there's so many different families and sanctuaries, and just a lot of things have happened down there. Any way you can help out, if that's financially donating, great. If it's just a matter of sending positive wishes and good vibes down there, awesome. Every little bit helps. So
they also have Ziggy's.
I lost Ziggy's.
Okay, Ziggy's is another rescue. The link is in the chat. It will be in the video. There you go. Ziggy's Refuge. They are acting as a clearinghouse, and as a like a collection area. They're collecting and distributing to the different Florida sanctuaries that are really hard hit, like Soledad. So it's not just Karma Farms, but these other ones that have been hit a lot harder. Kelly said that they're not so bad. There's some standing water. And then some of the fences are down. They've got some trees down that took out fences, so the goats got to get creative about their being escapees. But there's some fences. But as you saw on that one goat rescue, their buildings were decimated. That one. So Ziggy's is a great opportunity to get it out there to those that are hardest hit. And Ziggy's actually came recommended by Live Freely, who is somebody that Kelly works closely with. And so it's reputable. It is somebody we can trust to actually get the funds where they need to go.
Exactly. And that's always important. Anytime you donate to anything, make sure you know they're doing it right, because you don't want some of these places to say, okay, we'll give 10 cents for every dollar donated to the actual cause, and the other 90% go to pay us to run it. It's not what it's about. So, yeah, definitely go back, check out the links. I think I've thrown them all in the chat here. But biggest thing is be thankful, because your life can get a whole lot worse really quick. And if we are able to sit here and watch this, whether on our phones or in our homes or wherever we are, that's better off than a lot of people out there are. So even as bad as things are, it could always be worse. And that's one of the things I love about Project Duck Depression, is they always remind us that there are people out there dealing with those hardships. And, we can do so much by just sharing a little bit of positivity, whether that's donation, whether it's just going out and spreading a duck around the world, having some fun. A lot of great things out there. And so, Mission Michelle, you got 500 followers on X? Man, great job. I don't even think I have 500 followers. I really got to work on X a little more. I'll have to get some notes from you. But yeah, anywhere you guys can spread the word about these great organizations that are helping people either recover from tragedies or just deal with the day-to-day depression of life. Because, man, we all face it. So any way you guys can put this information out there and help spread the word is a great thing. So he's been doing supply runs since Helena. They're a fabulous couple, Kristen and Jay. Celine. Okay. Oh, Helene. Man, I'm from Idaho. I'm lucky to talk. I get my name wrong, and there's only 3 letters in that.
It must be something to do with the name Jay.
I think it is. It's got to be. She's giving me shit again. You guys can tell. Plus, I know it's food time. So, thank you guys. Another great week. And yes, it was a little bit strange, but we got to touch on everything and go down the rabbit hole. But as you know, we'll be here next Friday to keep going, and I'm hoping before then I get that next video out. But if there's any little piece of beta or any information you want to share or you want to know about, hey, jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. You talk to me or any one of the great community members there, and we'll answer all your questions. And there is no stupid question. Even if you ask, hey, what does Degen mean? Hey, not a problem. We can answer that for you. Mostly because a lot of us are Degens. I happen to be one of them. But I want to thank everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and make sure to spend some time with the one you love, because we never know what tomorrow holds. Some of these tragedies could strike, and those that we love may not be there. So make sure to give them a hug, give them a call, just let them know you're thinking about it. That's always the best thing to do.
Have a great weekend. And if you get the long weekend, enjoy it. I know I'm enjoying having an actual whole 2 days off this weekend.
2 days?
Yeah, I'm gonna be crocheting like a fiend. So
Careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
I know. We love
Thank
you, everybody. Have a great week.
Love you. Stay safe. We'll catch you next week. Bye, guys.